I left you guys vowing that I would be seeing another doctor with another healthcare team altogether, because these people are trying to unalive me, and I was not incorrect. What is good, nesters? I am Rebel West, aka West Nest Jess. Welcome to the West Nest. I am back with a 35-week pregnancy update and a much longed for update from my rant about the piss poor healthcare. So let's get into it. Okay, so I'm 35 weeks. Some stuff has been going on. I just want to say I appreciate those who reached out to me, hit me in my DMs like, girl, what's going on? We need an update. I get it. Please understand that I actually have to live this, and there's a lot that's been going on. So as of right now, let's start with us updating from the last video. So the last video, I was super upset. I was told, okay, placenta moved, but even though it's moved, you still would have to have a C-section. Like, there's a 43% chance, blah, 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 blah. I left you guys vowing that I would be seeing another doctor with another healthcare team altogether, because these people are trying to unalive me, and I was not incorrect. Rarely am I ever. So the last thing that I did with Duke was I did let them perform a ultrasound. I had some time between Duke and me getting to my new facility. I needed an ultrasound. I let them perform the ultrasound. I got the best news of my life in this ultrasound. They told me in this ultrasound that my placenta had moved 8 centimeters. 8. And that I was absolutely cleared for a vaginal birth, without a shadow of a doubt. No more 43%. You go, girl. You did it. You're in the big leagues now. Okay. So following that ultrasound, the week later, I was meeting with my new healthcare team. Love them. I'm with Wake Med and Briar Creek. Everyone that I met there thus far at both facilities has been awesome. So I meet with my Dr. Amanda. Amanda is lovely. She tells me that normally they would like to see people every week starting their 36th week. At this point, I'm at 32 weeks when I'm talking to her for the first time, and she's asking to see me every week. She wants to basically monitor my placenta, my umbilical cord, and just make sure it's providing the nutrients it is supposed to for the baby. Sometimes with women in my age, that can be an issue where the placenta just kind of gives out, decides that it's not going to produce any more nutrients or transfer to the baby as it should, so they want to keep an eye on it. Cool. Amanda, my doctor, also reviews the ultrasound from Duke's healthcare facility and says, according to their measurements, wow, you've really made some changes. You are cleared for vaginal birth. However, we do need you to take your 1-hour glucose test. I took the 1-hour glucose test. Baby, I failed it by 2 points. So she said to me, you know, even though we're hitting the journey vaginally now, if you fail the 3-hour, I would like to take the baby at 38, 39 weeks. Okay, cool. So with that being said, sorry, my neighbors are coming home. I'm outside on the front porch. So with that being said, we're set up for our journey on what we're going to do with this new healthcare facility. So we're going to go back to last week. Today is Juneteenth, by the way. Happy Juneteenth. On the 13th, I had an ultrasound with my new healthcare facility. We do the ultrasound. The doctor comes in and he basically says,
yeah, we're not sure what exactly Duke was measuring or how they came about their measurements, but your placenta has not moved.
to be absolutely exact, you are 1.4 centimeters away from your actual cervix. So this is my cervix, this is my placenta. And the problem would be that when the cervix grows to its 8 centimeters, it would then put the placenta lying within the opening of the cervix, which will cause an obstruction for the baby to pass through. And he explained all of these things. It makes perfect sense. But it left me and Pumpkin sitting there like, well, what the was going on at Duke for them to be so bad at mismanaging this? Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, if I can take a second. That was a devastating blow. To go from what I was going through with Duke to being cleared, to thinking that I was going to have a birth that was going to go exactly how I wanted it, which is rare, and then to know that actually no, and just kind of have it taken away from me again. It was a lot, but at this point in the game, guys, I am so used to the BS that it's just like I have to continue to roll with the punches, right? So it is what it is. I just feel like Duke decided to give me one last kick in the ass before I walked out the door. They are, I won't say Duke as a whole healthcare system, but I will say the Heritage Village particular office is a shit show. And at this point, damn near would need to be closed down. Anywho. Okay. So now I'm having to adjust my mind back to C-section. I've been doing my perineal massages. I've been getting my body ready for a vaginal push. And now I have to get my mind and my body back to a point where we are on the same track thinking C-section. Okay, cool. I take my 3-hour glucose test this Monday just passed. I failed it. So apparently because I'm filming this video, every car in the neighborhood possible is going to crank and drive. And I apologize if you can hear it. Anyhow, I failed it. So today I had to go pick up my I had to go pick up my glucose meter, my test strips and things like that. But my education appointment on what I'm even supposed to be doing with this equipment, how I'm supposed to be eating or altering my diet or any of that stuff, isn't until July 2nd. And it's June 19th right now. So yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing between then and now. But I should have had this 3-hour glucose test about a month ago. And the switching of the doctors just didn't permit that. So here we are. So if I'm not dead by now, but I'm going to definitely do some research and kind of figure out how I need to be eating. I think I need to be sticking myself 4 times a day, a baste after fasting, and then an hour after every meal. I'll figure it out. I'll have that all in the bag by the time I actually meet with the educator. And then my current doctor has decided that she will do one more ultrasound. She was very shoot 'em straight with me, and I appreciate that. I'm a very shoot it straight person, so I appreciate when people are shoot 'em straight with me. But she said that the likelihood of this placenta moving where it needs to move in order to give a vaginal birth is just so few and far between. And she said, but God. But I do want to set a realistic expectation. I just really appreciated that because I want a realistic expectation. But she's going to do another ultrasound on the 2nd of July, and we will see. I am preparing myself mentally and physically for a C-section. My only concern is now with the gestational diabetes and the almost definite of the C-section. How early are they gonna want to do the procedure? I do have an appointment on Monday, which it will be June 24th. We will kind of try and go over those type of things. I've got a list of questions set. So that's where we are right now in this pregnancy journey of 35 weeks and counting. I'm really close to the end. 5 weeks, but my 5 weeks may easily turn into 3, depending on what my healthcare team says after reviewing everything. So just continue to pray for me, and I am just taking it one step at a time. Right now, I'm really trying to focus on making a sedated C-section birth plan. It's the hardest thing in the world to find one pre-made where you can just fill out what you need. So I'm having to make it from scratch. I'm also just not certain about certain things that happen during sedated C-sections. I know my husband can't be in the room, so I'm not sure if there's going to be, things like him able to cut the umbilical cord, if that stuff's going to be afforded to him. So those are questions I also have for my healthcare team on Monday. Really, really sweet news. My family threw me a baby shower. It was bee themed, and it was really super cute. It was just like a diaper wipe gift card type thing. We are having another boy, and our son is 2 years old, so we pretty much have everything that we need. But diapers, wipes, and gift cards always make things better. So it was really fun. It was sweet, and I appreciate everybody coming out and showing love. I'll insert some pictures somewhere for you guys to see. It was a good time. Let me update you on my symptoms. I am dealing with a rash, guys. I'm not even sure if you're gonna be able to see this. This is the rash remnant on this arm. So I'm getting little red splotches. That's how they start. Then they turn into these bumps, and then the end result after I scratch them to death is what you just saw on my arm. It started on my stomach, it's on my back, currently my neck, my arms. I had some on the back of my knees, and it's excruciatingly itchy. It's not pups, and it's not any liver-based rash. We did do a complete CBC and a liver test just to make sure, and my new doctor was honest. She was like, I've never seen this type of rash during pregnancy, so we were going to refer you to a dermatologist. She was basically saying, sometimes pregnancy with the flow of hormones and things can bring out some stuff that you wouldn't normally see in the body. I've not had any eczema or anything like that in the past. However, one of my parents has, so maybe it's eczema presenting itself, and I'm just not sure what it looks like. So we're gonna get in front of a dermatologist. I am a walking Braxton Hicks contraction. Literally, when I get up from where I am now, I will immediately have a Braxton Hicks contraction. Pretty much any movement I make, I am having a Braxton Hicks contraction. And for those of you who don't know, Braxton Hicks is a false labor contraction. It's said to be your body prepping itself for the real thing. It's not hurt. It's not a hurt. It's just, I won't even say it's a discomfort, but essentially it's a hardening. Like, my stomach becomes rock hard. When I roll over at night, when I stand up, when I start walking, I just am one big Braxton Hicks. I didn't have them with Atticus at all. And Apparently, it's more common in second-time mothers than first-time mothers. Or maybe us first-time mothers just don't know what it is. Because I feel like my whole pregnancy was just not knowing what was going on. So that is another thing that I'm going through right now. I'm sleepless in Seattle, even though I'm in North Carolina. I am sleepless. I am having the worst sleep. And I'm tired. And I pee a whole lot. And I have to keep my bladder empty or it increases my Braxton Hicks. So yeah, I don't have too much complaining to do about the symptoms, to be honest. Because I'm at the end. I'm just trying to coast through. I'm trying to adjust, adapt, and flow. That is really, honestly, my motto. It was my motto with the first baby, is to just adjust, adapt, and flow, and understand that everything isn't under my control, but I can control the things I can. And so that's all I'm doing. As of right now, though, guys, I think that is the update. Like I said, for those of you who pray, put a prayer up for your girl. It looks like it just may be this C-section, and I have come to terms with that. It is what it is. Whatever's going to get my baby here healthy and me alive. And I just want to say, let me follow up on my little rant. These people were going to unalive me. You were going to let me go into a vaginal birth, calling me all clear, which means there wouldn't even have been a thought in your mind about a possible C-section, a possible emergency. They were so certain. I mean, standing on the word of God, certain that I was clear for a vaginal birth. You won't let me come into this hospital and attempt to give birth and hemorrhage on that table and have to have an emergency C-section. And my husband told me, he was like, babe, I don't mean any harm, and I know, like, you're super excited to be cleared for a vaginal, but I just wouldn't get too excited. The first red flag was the technician, the ultrasound technician, was delivering the news to me, which she's not supposed to do. She's supposed to let the doctor review the slides and then, you know, present any results or anything like that. Oh, and she was just so excited and elated. Oh, it looks like it's moved. And she's just well, the doctor came in and then verified right behind her. But I mean, if she took shitty measurements, he can only go off of her measurements. You know what I'm saying? If I had chose to stay with that doctor's office, I wouldn't have had a second opinion. I would have been putting myself in a lot of danger. All I can say is, ladies, listen, let this be a cautionary tale. I know every doctor's office is not going to be Duke Heritage. I pray not. But what I'm saying is, ask your questions. Ask what's going on. Ask why this, why that. Just look out after yourself. I thank God for my support system. I thank God for those around me. And I thank God for the sense of discernment. Because, yeah, I don't know what the outcome would have been had I stayed with them. But alas, we are free. It's Juneteenth and we are free of Duke Heritage. So we are going to put smiles back on our faces, adapt and flow, and I am going to see you next time. I am Rabbit West, aka West Nest Jess. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.